We're back. I got a notification. I heard the follow sound. So whoever that was, thank you. I'll check it out. Polymars, thank you, Polymars. Okay. So I think before we do anything else today, or before I start working on designing our Oh, we don't use world test, that's why we use world demo. Hey, how's it going, everyone? These are these are all new faces. I've never seen you guys before. Well, welcome either way. Oh, there's a raid going on? Yeah, I need to fix my my stream. It doesn't tell me whenever I've been raided. Oh crap! A raid of 23 viewers. Thank you guys. Thank you Polymars. Welcome. So I guess I have to like showcase my game right now. Wow, I was not. I was gonna do some like chill game dev, take my time, and now I have to show off everything and explain what I'm doing. Yeah, I got you. I sounded like I was complaining, but I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. So give me 1 second. Let's get this going. All right, so I've been working on this game for two years now, almost 2 years now. I think in November is when I hit my 2-year anniversary. Yeah, it's heavily inspired by Celeste. So you'll notice there's like the climb mechanic, the obvious dash mechanic, and then yeah, it just gets more complicated as you go. Yeah, there's the climb. You could slide down, but if you hold, the grab mechanic or the grab button, you can go up and down. And as you go, it gets harder. This is actually I've made a few chapters, but this one in particular is it's like a demo of like everything going on. So you'll see like a bunch of rooms that they might not go well together, but yeah, I'm just showcasing all the mechanics in this demo world. So yeah, thank you for all of the follows, guys. Dev Marboy and let's see. Oh my goodness, thank you guys, thank you. I'll shout out your names pretty soon. For some reason I needed to fix my Twitch. I do multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch, so it's like it like bugs out on me sometimes. Give me 1 second. I think I need to reset the game. I still haven't showcased my favorite mechanics. So let's get this going. Yeah, you asked what version of Godot I'm using. I'm using 3.5. The 3.5 stable. The 3.5.0, I think. So yeah, this is it's heavily inspired by Celeste, and you're supposed to die a lot. I know it looks very hard. It is hard, but I'm pretty generous with the respawns, or I think I'm pretty generous with the respawns. So you shouldn't, even though you will die a lot. It's expected, and you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. I even have this like intimidation stats right here, so you will always know how many times you've died, or how much time you've spent on the game. I'm trying to make it for speedrunners and stuff like that. Oh. I just got back from the gym too, so I feel like my reflexes might not be as sharp as they usually are. Yeah, this is still some of the basic mechanics, and as you progress through, this is like I'm trying to make the game hard, but yeah, you will die. You will die in this game. It's guaranteed. But what I'm trying to do right now is trying to appease like both parties, or people who are veterans to platformers and people who are very new. So like I'm trying to introduce, if you've ever played Celeste, they have like these strawberries that you're supposed to collect. Yeah, just like general collectibles. And I thought of this way of like making simple paths for like noobs to pick. No disrespect to noobs, but I would like to make the game harder. So like for certain areas like this one, this might require some more like finesse to get up here. And then here's where I'm going to put a strawberry. In my game, they're called cats. You're just going to be saving cats throughout the game. Yeah, and this is a one-way, so you can't. If you wanted to get the strawberry or the cat from here, you can't. You have to do it through the hard path. I think, I don't have any disrespect for noobs, but I don't know how many of you guys are game devs, but you ever like watch someone play your game and then you're like, you can't blame them for being bad at your game, but you're almost frustrated because it's like, damn, why aren't they doing the thing I want them to do? Your character doesn't eat cats, but your character saves cats. So if you've ever played Hollow Knight, there's like, there are like these caterpillars that you can save, and then if you go into a specific room, you could see all the caterpillars you saved. It's something similar to that, where there's gonna be a bunch of cats, and yeah, you save them. So yeah, this is the other mechanic with the dash orb. Also a mechanic that's found in Celeste where it resets your dash. And yeah, so as you progress, you'll find more mechanics that are similar to this one. And eventually I combine these mechanics with more mechanics. So, here you use a spring with a dash orb. Oh my goodness, thank you for all the follows, guys. Let me see. There's Rahul from Earth. There's Atomics Plays, Mr. Topham, and Salamander Sage. Thank you, guys. I'm sure there's more, but that's what my feed is showing me right now. Does my game have a story? Yeah. So the game was originally called Afterlife, but it was taken by. There are a lot of games on Steam named Afterlife, so I decided to call it Memory. Here, let me see if I don't think I changed the name here, but where do I have a picture of it? I'll show a picture of the new title. It's spelled like this. I'll put it in the chat though. Memory. It's kind of a combination of, if you guys know Stoicism, or like there's a saying called memento mori, which is like remember that you're always going to die, and sort of like appreciate that, you know, that fact. And so memory is like a combination. It's like a play on words. It's like, I mean, it means memory, like, you know, your memory, but at the same time, it's a combination of memento mori. Just a fun fact. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite, or my next favorite mechanic, which is the teleporter. You know, you jump through, you dash through. It's not polished yet in terms of like the visual cues and the sounds, but and I do have to update some of the. It's a little. I have to figure out what to do here. Sometimes you dash through here, and I think it's because of our timer. That's actually what I was planning to do during this stream, is fix some of these values. You can see here it's. Oh. Yeah, so that's the title screen. I don't have a splash screen. I mean, the splash screen that I'm using is the default Godot splash screen. But it would be cool. I think I should change the splash screen. That'd be pretty cool. Like, make it death related. Not in a scary way, but like, yeah, something similar to that. But yeah, right now what I'm working on is these zip lines, and this is a mechanic that's been in the game. Like, I've actually made this zip line mechanic before I made this teleporter mechanic, but I'd like to make this mechanic a little bit more fun. And right now, how it works is based on your input. Like, if I press up, I'll dash upwards while I'm inside. So you can like leave the object before it actually. Before it's finished. And then these objects right here that I'm working on are objects that force you to dash in a specific direction. It looks ugly right now, but I'm still testing out the mechanic. So I'm trying to combine these mechanics with this one, and you'll see that in the next level. Sorry if I missed anyone's message. Yeah, I saw it on the Steam page. Yeah, the Steam page is updated. And oh yeah, and I didn't really answer the person who asked if the game has a story. You've died basically, and you're trying to figure out why you've died. And the game is called Memory, which, you know, it's it's a play on the words, but it's also about finding your memories, like figuring out, you know, why you died, who you were before you died, and why are you in this limbo world. So yeah, this is the main mechanic with the zip lines. It's like you can jump out of it, but then you can catch it again. It's still a little buggy. Not buggy, but it's like it's not as clean as I'd like for it to be. Originally, I didn't have it so that you have to dash out. You could just jump out, but now you're forced to dash out. Whether I press jump or if I press dash, you'll always exit. And it grabs your last input. So if I'm pressing up, I'll dash upwards from it. If I press down, I'll dash downwards from it, etc. But now I'm trying to combine. You can see this little arrow here, and what this arrow does is it forces you to dash into that direction. It forces you to dash out of the orb. So I don't know if I implemented it just yet during my last stream. Yeah, it doesn't work just yet. So we'll have to figure that out, and we'll also have to figure out the camera movement. It's all a little buggy right now, but that's the point of the stream. So we're gonna be working on that pretty soon. But actually, so I wanted to work on this, but I've noticed that there are a few bugs in the game, or a few things I want to implement before I actually make this work. And that's to figure out how to get our players, or that orb's hitbox, to work simultaneously with our player's hitbox. Because right now, when you're inside of that orb, everything that's done to that orb is done to the player, and we disable the player's hitbox at that moment. So let's open that up. you think I think you should change the dash sprite because it looks like Celeste's. Do you mean like the fadeaway thing that happens? Like I dash and Celeste, and then you Are you talking about when she like, or when my character kind of looks like he dabs as he dashes through? Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. All right. I wrote wrong. I'm talking about the orb dash. So when you just want to know what you're talking about. Are you saying like while I'm in the orb, it looks like the orbs from Celeste? Are you talking about like those red ones or those pink ones where like when you go inside, it like forces you to go into one direction? Yeah, I was thinking about actually redesigning it. It would still be the same mechanic, but yeah, it might be something different. Like it might be like a mechanical object, kind of like in Super Mario Odyssey. You know, where you could just enter something and it like does whatever. It could be like a mechanical slash supernatural object that you traverse through. I mean, you're a ghost, so anything's possible. But yeah, let's see what we could do here. So at the moment we have this function for our teleporter. Like, let's see here. This is the hitbox. No, wait, no, not this one. This is the hitbox for our teleporter. So if we hit a spike while we're in the teleporting state, if this hits something, it sends a signal to our player to just kill the player. Or emits a signal saying kill player. What I'd like to do instead is just have any object that collides with this hitbox get transferred over to the player, and then have the player handle any of those objects. Oh, the orb. Okay, I got you now. The orb that gives the player another dash. Yeah, it is a cop. There's no surprise there. It's heavily inspired by Celeste's. Yeah, because it's like I think the orb in Celeste is like a diamond shape, and that's exactly what we have here. And it like increases and decreases in size. That's like one of my biggest, I guess, Yeah, it's like one of my biggest criticisms is that like my game is almost like a Celeste clone. I do try to make it as unique as possible. Like I'm trying to implement more mechanics that would make the game more unique. But yeah, that's something that I struggle with. I would have to figure out how to. I mean, I could just make it an orb, but I wouldn't want to make it boring. For that dash orb. But yeah, let's try to figure out what we could do here on this damage hitbox area entered. I think what we could do is for our player function. There is an easy fix for this. And right now what we do for our hitbox is we have our hitbox handle like any area that we enter. But I think what we could do instead is just write, like, I don't know, like function handle area entered. I think this would make more sense. And then we would just keep the same area. That way we can have our player handle hitboxes and also have our teleporter handle hitboxes. What pixel art program do I use? So I don't use any. I usually either like commission art. I mostly just do the programming and the level design. I'll sometimes make sound effects, like I'll go and open game art or like freesounds.org, and like use Audacity and like fix up the sounds. Like for basic stuff, I'll use GIMP. Or Photopea. But yeah, for the most part, for like the nice stuff in the game, I've been commissioning it. So like, let me see here. I mean, the player, someone made, even the spring, someone made. I made simple stuff like these platforms. I found this online and I kind of edited it to like look nice. What else? Yeah, this was commissioned. Like all of these background objects, all the furniture in the game was commissioned. I think I made the chains. Yeah, the very, very simple static objects I make in the background, I think. The chain I found online. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really do the pixel art. So do we have a reference to our player? I think we do. So I think what we could do here, we can get rid of all of this. It might make more sense to just have a signal sent to this player, or I mean a signal sent to our player, but we could also just do player dot, what did we call it? Handle area entered. How long have I been making games for, and how did I start? I started right before COVID, or like I started doing game dev like how do I say it? Like I guess like I've realized my passion for game dev right before COVID, like maybe 3 or 4 months before COVID started. That's when I was like, hey man, I want to be a game dev. But before that, I mean, I was programming since I was in high school. So yeah, I like my first introduction to game dev was like literally it was a game dev course in one of my classes. It was mainly just a Java introduction. Like it was called game dev, but they just taught us Java. Basic programs in Java, like making a calculator, hello world, making a cashier register, like basic stuff. And then in the last semester of that class, they were like, hey, I've taught you everything you need to know. Start make a game. And I think I made my game. I made my game in Unity, and it was a pretty crappy game. But yeah, that's what I did. And then it wasn't until I went to college that I was like, hey man, I want to do this. And it's been like maybe, I want to say two and a half years since today. So 2.5 years ago was when I like decided, hey, I want to do this. I don't know if you want to call it professionally, because I'm not really making money from this, but I'm trying to. But yeah, and I just stream for fun. I like the idea of streaming. So what we'll do here is on area hitbox, we're just gonna handle this in our area, and we'll take all of this, put it and put it in there. So yeah, it's basically the same thing, but now we have a function that we can call with our teleporter, player.handle area entered area, and that should be it, really. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna move our player forward a bit. I actually started learning Python doing calculator. That's pretty cool. I have some basic knowledge in Python. Yeah, I took one class in college related to Python. I mean, I had a few classes for Python, but it was always like, what was it? It was like a machine it was it wasn't really a machine learning class, but it was kind of it was sort of related to machine learning. But it was mostly a math class. Oh yeah, and we used it for like differential equations and I want to say calculus too. I think that's what my all the labs were in Python. Why is the philosophy a tag in live? I'm not sure. I think at a certain point, I do like talking philosophy. So I guess that's I couldn't think of other tags, but I always thought hey, if someone wants to talk philosophy, let's do it. I'm not too familiar with Twitch, to be honest. Even though I've been streaming for a while now, but I've just been so lazy. I kind of just I figured out how to live stream with OBS, and then I called it a day. I made some tea, and I heated up some water, and then I never made it. One second. Alrighty. Now we've got to test if this works. I tried making I think I also tried making a Discord bot with Python. To handle my server, but I think I gave up on it. There are just so many Discord bots out there. I guess the only issue that you might have with those bots is whether or not you can trust them. Player.handle area entered. What's going on here? Oh, let's just make sure if player is Alright, so we should die if we go through this, yeah. But now, let's see. Oh, I have to get used to being able to die, huh, okay. So we're still technically on the orb here? Oh, I was supposed to go in through that that arrow to see if it worked. Yeah, there we go. So that's kind of what we wanted. We're gonna make these arrows look a lot nicer, but yeah, I want to remove the player's ability to die from spikes. They can go through spikes whenever they want, but they'll still have to avoid things like this, where you can be taken out from the orb and just pushed out, and then you can die. You don't usually with objects like this, when you exit them. Let me see. When you exit these objects, you can usually dash out. Let me just showcase that again. So I dash out and then I dash again. But with this object, when you enter this object, it removes your dash ability. you still dash forward, but that's your final dash. So you can't escape. You can't escape this. And there might be some times where you want to use this to like get across somewhere, like you dash into it and it gets you to some point, but not here. Is there a wall jump limit? No, there's no wall jump limit. I think the kind of ghost when the player dash is showing for too long. Are you saying the little? It's not a silhouette, but the after effect. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this whole. Oh, that's very interesting. If I think we died, and then we were forced to dash again. Yeah, very strange. So yeah, we'll have to fix that. It's just a matter of resetting some of those variables. Forced dash. Let's see. Forced dash should immediately be set to false when we enter the dash state. Where's that? Yeah, forced dash equals false. Somewhere in our code, forced dash is set back to true. So it's showing for too long. Okay. I'll reduce that speed. That's literally just I think there's like a timer that I've added to it. What I'm worried about this. I guess we're running forced dash too many times. Oh, whoa. What did we do here? Yeah, like I said, we're gonna have to fix some of these variables. I've literally just started rewriting everything. It usually isn't this buggy. This usually doesn't happen. Yeah, and it's mainly, I think it has to do with our timers. They're all messed up. I have to be more consistent, or no, I don't think redundant is the right word. Maybe like I don't know the vocabulary that I'm looking for. But yeah, you're supposed to be forced into a state, and nothing should happen after that. Like, it was weird that we were dashing for that long. Let's actually see here. And yeah, And our default right now, I think, is vector2.right. So we'll have to fix that too. So I'm going to get rid of all of this for now. And let's look at our player. I think what we'll want to do with this this force dash box is we're going to set like a delay for this object. Like it kind of captures the player for a split second. And then after that, that's when it's going to force the player to dash. So I think what we're going to do is force the player out and then force them into the neutral state for a bit while they're like stuck in here. We'll see. We'd have to like make it glow up or something. So another thing that I think we'd want to do is detach the player. Like the first thing we want to do is detach the player from this object. Because right now, when we hit something, we're still technically, this code, the teleport orb code, is still running. I'll have to figure out what to do there. Let me think. Let's run this in slow-mo. And you know what? We're gonna test this out in this room just because it's a lot easier to play test here. So we just want to make sure we always dash upwards and there's no delay here. Or there is a delay. Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter which direction we're facing. It forces us to dash the second we hit it, and that's not necessarily what we want. So let's look at on force dash box, force dash body force direction. Force dash can dash dash input force dash direction is equal to forced direction, we're just going to print forced dash So it does say -1. Oh, we can't exit. If we scroll up here, let me run this again. Okay, so force dash direction 0, -1, and then trying to change the dash state, and then we dash. But we're dashing to the right. There's nothing that actually says that we're dashing up. So let's go into our dash really quick. So if dash direction is equal to vector 2.0, what's weird is, here, let's actually comment this out for now. I think we're forced to dash direction because in our exit state for the teleport, if we are teleporting, we automatically set our dash direction to vector 2.right. I don't know if I should remove this, or maybe so yeah, when we enter the dash state, if our previous state was the dash dot teleport, then we run this statement right here. But that's not always the case. Sometimes we have the forced teleport instead. So I think I have to optimize this code a bit. It's a little all over the place. And what am I thinking? We definitely don't want to do it this way. I mean, what we could do is check for a force dash. So right now we're checking if our previous state was a teleport 2, we do this dash. If our previous state was a teleport, maybe we could do end not force dash. Or we could do this. We would still need to dash from there we go. We still get 2 dashes, but it does work. And thanks for the... Why is my feed doesn't update? Whoever followed me, thank you. Thank you, British geek guy. I'll fix that. I'll fix that soon. You know, I actually have it in my to-do list to like fix whatever's going on. Like just fix my Twitch, optimize my Twitch a bit. So yeah, I don't know why, but force dash is still set to true. So if we look at our dash, forced. Oh, you know what it might be? I think I know why. The reason why we're getting 2 forced dashes is because when we enter, I know exactly why now. It's because we have our teleport portal, or no, our zip line sends a signal to like run the hitbox, and then right as we are exiting the hitbox, our player is now registering that hitbox. So it's like both simultaneously, and that's why we're getting that force dash twice. So I'm thinking maybe if we exit a dash orb, we'll have to disable our hitbox for a split second, or just make sure that our hitbox is monitorable for like only a split second afterwards. And let's see where we do that. I think it might be in our player. So I'm not... Yeah, so either we could set a time, like a... Let me think about this. We'd have to come up with a clever way for our zipline and the player to simultaneously communicate with each other. Either that, or we can try to figure out how to get our the reason why I'm using the teleporter hitbox to send a signal to our player rather than having our player hitbox handle everything is because for some reason, whenever I enter, whenever I have our teleporter, or like how we have our zipline working is that our global position is always updating based on the zipline's position. So while this is moving, for every delta frame, we're updating our player's position to follow it. But the issue is that the center node, it's always like off by like a pixel or two. So while the player's hitbox is like right here rather than centered right there. So we can't have that happen. So either we have to keep it this way, or figure out how to center the player's collision shape. But I think I've dealt with this in the past and I couldn't figure out a way around it. So we might have to do it this way with figuring out like the perfect moment to handle player hitboxes. We could also force the player out and then have it handle the player's hitbox, but then sometimes that could also mess us up. Could I try to make the orb sprite? Are you like offering to help make the orb sprite? If that's the case, then yeah. But I would suggest maybe like sending me a DM. Maybe if you want to add me on Discord, it's my same username, but practical NPC number 0001. There's also I think there's a Discord link on Twitch. Thanks, Fez. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I appreciate all the help. So I'll say this: I don't want to I don't want to either insult anyone or hurt anyone's feelings, but I do get a lot of offers for help, and so like I'll say this: like if I like it, I definitely would like to work with more people, but I don't want to like how do I put it? It always puts me in an uncomfortable position when someone wants to help and I might not like the work. Obviously, it's always subjective. If you want to help with the project, you're free to. But like, when it comes to like legality of everything and stuff like that, like, if someone tells me, "Hey, I want to add something to your game," eventually, when I release the game, I'll also have to ask for like legal use for the assets and all that. So if you're cool with that kind of stuff, yeah, let's do it. But at the same time, it is a lot of work, and I don't want to put anyone in a stressful situation where like I have to ask that. Hey Missy, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, add me. If you guys are interested, yeah, you can either join the memory server. I also have a solo development server. It's like just for everything game dev. So if you want to share your projects there, I mean, you can share it on the memory like that. I'm all down for like people sharing their projects on either server. Okay, I'll leave later. Thank you. Later. It's going okay. I found a new program and and recreated my base village once more with it. Oh, welcome Fuzz. Welcome to Twitch. Where do I stand? As a base villager developer regarding cellular automatas. I'm not sure. Are you asking Missy or are you asking me? Thanks British. Thanks man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't even know what you mean by that. Oh, okay. You're asking more of like a... Okay, let me just look that up. Do I know that the universe is a cellular automata? Automata? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Let's see. So, maybe if you can explain what you're asking, or not, or or an ung. Alright, I already forgot what we were doing. Yeah, we were trying to figure out how to communicate with our teleporter and the hitbox. So yeah, like right now we're saying player.handle area entered, and we spelled entered wrong, but that's okay. Let's go back here. What happened to that one rocket game? Are you talking about safely land on the moon? Honestly, I really like that game. That was I made that for a game jam. I'd like to work on that. I actually, when I was on vacation, I decided to open up that game a bit, and I added some more mechanics. Like, what was it? I think I added a rocket, like you could shoot rockets and lasers and catch more fuel and all of that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really liked the game, but this is like my main project, so I told myself like, hey man, I gotta finish this project before I go on to anything else. But yeah, I would like to revisit that project one day. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do here. Like, yeah, we could create a timer to not run this, but I feel like creating a timer is like it's almost too cheap, but it would work. It would work. It would give the player like some freedom. Do you know him, or your glasses are just for decoration? Showed how the rule of 30 of his own cellular automata creates super complex, unexplainable randomness from super simple rules. Therefore, he theorized that the entire universe can be a cellular automata, or could have super simple rules that by, I assume maybe changing itself according to them every step. The entire physics and universe are created in this theory of everything. So I would have to go... My understanding of a cellular automata is still... Yeah, I still don't know enough about it for me to like make a comment. Yeah, I tried looking into it, but I feel like this requires more than 2 minutes for me to look at to say something. Here, maybe I can find a YouTube video that'll, explain it to me like I'm 5. Alright, let's see if we can find a Reddit post. Do I want to put some parallax in the game? So yeah, there actually is a parallax in the game. It's just not it's not ideal yet. I have like windows in the game, and that'll show the parallax, but yeah, it doesn't look too clean just yet. And I'm struggling with contrast. So like you might notice. Thanks for the follow, TJ Jertson or T Jertson. Yeah, I'm struggling with contrasts in the game. So like the foreground is, well, like, yeah, the background is mostly black. The player is white. The objects that you interact with white is white, and then the background, well, the current parallax background that I have is like grayish / white, and yeah, there's too much. It's just there's not enough contrast between those things, so it's like very distracting to have a parallax background. And my color scheme is like, it's only like 4 colors or 5 colors, so it's hard to mash all of those in together and make it not look confusing. So either I add more colors to the game, or maybe I start adding more variants of like black and white and gray, or I start introducing actual colors to the game. I think the best way to describe it is an algorithm that plays out infinitely based on a few rules. So I don't know too much about the rules aspect of it, but I will say that, I mean, I feel like we could easily, represent our reality in like a simulation. So like, I would agree. I just don't have enough. I don't have enough information on cellular automaton to like make a claim about it, but it seems like a very interesting discussion. But yeah, I feel like if we had a conversation like in person without like if we were both speaking, it might be easier. For example, in Game of Life, there are 2 states for each cell, dead and alive. In each iteration of the game, cells can become dead or alive depending on the states of neighboring cells. Yeah, let's say that makes sense. I mean, it's just like 1s and 0s, right? So the rules will determine the state of the next iteration in all cellular automata. I'm still a little confused on what these rules are. Are these rules like the most basic of rules? Each cell will either be on or off at any single moment of time in this basic cellular world. There are rules that decide whether a cell will be on or off in the next moment of time, given just 2 factors: whether the cell is on or off in a current moment, and how many of its neighbors are currently on. The second rule is adjustable. This is just a mathematical exploration after all. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to see like a visual representation of it. I'm sure they probably have some, right? What am I currently working on? So I'm working on a platformer. Sorry if we're getting distracted. Yeah, it's a platformer similar to Celeste. Oh, we reduced the speed of our game just a bit. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it with a timer. That's like my best bet right now, just to get the mechanic done. Maybe I'll figure out a better way to go about it further down the line. But yeah, right now we're dashing twice. But if we have a timer, yeah, I think this could work. I think what we could do is have a signal sent from our object here, or just basically in this teleporter. We'll have a reference to the area, so that we don't run the area entered twice. The only thing that would be a problem is that if this object doesn't exist in our player, we might get some sort of crash. But maybe not. So let's do this. We'll actually make it's the most fun thing to do in this universe. Wow. If that's the case, maybe someone should make a video game out of it. Whoa. You know it's crazy? If you look up cellular automata simulation game on Google, it actually spawns one on your screen. You wouldn't know. Use DuckDuckGo. I used DuckDuckGo for a while, but I don't know. Google. I just find Google so convenient. You know, you sacrifice a little bit of your privacy for the convenience. I don't know if I am allowed to share YouTube videos. I hope I am. Probably comes under the fair use if you show the YouTube channel's name. Well, that was from Elliot White. Wait. I know they don't allow you to watch, like, music videos, or maybe not music videos, but you can't listen to any copyrighted music. All right, so yeah, we're gonna add a timer here, and what we'll do is we'll say for a split second in our player, we're gonna create another variable called disabled hitbox. I don't think we have anything that does something similar. Yeah, so we'll just put it up here. We want to grab a reference to our hitbox too, so I'll put it here. What Hugel showed was Conway's game of life. I see. Rest in peace, game of life. Okay. So what we'll do here, I think we'll just make a function called disabled hitbox, or yeah, disable and enable hitbox. I think that's the best way to go about it. And I don't think we do anything like that just yet. Yeah. But there are places where we do write disable and enable hitbox. Yeah, like right here, set deferred true. So yeah, we'll create a function, two functions for our hitbox here. I'll just put it here. So yeah, I think right here on player exited orb is when we'll say, okay, wait, there's one other issue here. So yeah, I think what we want to do, I feel like we should rewrite this whole thing altogether. because like jump input, like we don't even use this anymore. Books ruin your eyes. Do they actually? I don't know, like maybe using your are you is I feel like is there like a cap to like how long, like how much use you can get out of your eyes, and does using your eyes intensely from like reading wear out your eyes? Does reading affect your eyesight? Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, that's with everything. We're getting more and more, what is it, like nearsighted? Just because, like, I mean, we stare at screens all day. I know I stare at screens all day. I know they say to, like, improve your eye health, you should be looking at, like, distance, like, be staring at the horizon and focusing on a point that's like really far away from you. Yeah, so there's one other issue. We don't have like a good way for our player to communicate with this teleporter orb. So I think I either have to I think we should rewrite this this teleporter here. We'd basically want to, like, right here we say jump player dot jump input, which is like, that's a terrible way to go about it. And this was because originally the only way to exit an orb was to jump out, so all I had to check was for jump input. But now there's so many things that can push us out that we'd have to figure out a better way. What I think we could do is actually make player exited orb, like all of this kind of stuff. We can actually, we can make these objects independent of each other. Usually how I go about things is I have our player handle like all collisions. But lately what I've been doing is, having like other things manipulate our player, which is, it's not ideal because then unless I like structured it very well, it would be fine, but right now it's not. I think it's just, at least in this current version of the game, I should just have the player handle, moving the player's global position, which I think we already do. But with player exited orb, we should handle all of this kind of stuff with our player only. Thanks for stopping by, British. Yeah, there's so much going on in this chat. It's hard to focus both on coding, and I wish I was doing something else other than coding. That way I could do like level design or something and be on the same page as you guys. Alright, so should I rewrite the teleporter? I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, so yeah, our player's gonna handle all of this right now. Let's do this. We're gonna connect a signal from our player to this object. Let's do it. You know, while I'm at it, I think I'm going to rename the states to zipline as well, so we don't confuse ourselves. So var exit zipline. Let's start changing everything. Hey, how's it going, Juho? You know what we'll do for now? We'll keep the teleport state here for now. This is what the zipline is, but we'll start making the new zipline. Let me back everything up first. I'm sure you've heard of Andrew Tate. Yep, I most definitely have heard of Andrew Tate. What about him? Views on him? Oh man. My views on Andrew Tate. I think he is very. So I was actually talking about this on another server, and someone mentioned that he has like a very high willpower, which is very true. Like he's, like if he wants something, he'll get it, which is like something that I guess is, I don't know if you want to say that's admirable, but it's like it's a good trait to have, or a good characteristic to have. But the way he goes about it, I think I would disagree with. If his main goal is to, become popular, maybe that's the best way, because you don't really, lately, you don't become popular unless, the best way to be famous, or the best way to become famous is to be, infamous. So, yeah. And I don't think I would ever I don't think I would ever do it that way. Like if I wanted to be famous, I don't think I would approach it the same way. But who knows? I can't. I don't know. I mean, I also don't watch him like you know, I've just seen other people like post things about him and stuff like that. I haven't like dug deep into what exactly he does or what he says. But from what I've heard, it's usually like, you know, misogynistic or yeah, I think misogyny is like the biggest thing about him. But yeah, he's just trying to profit just like everyone else on social media or like all these other influencers. That's, yep, I am that same exact person. So yeah, what we're gonna do with this object is we're gonna have our player communicate with the teleporter. All of this like start and don't start, and I mean, all of this will be here. We still want to be able to deactivate the teleporter or deactivate the zipline, but this whole player exited orb function should only be ran by the player, not by the teleporter. So then I don't know, guys. I think I might actually just take a break here because this is like a whole new venture of just rewriting this whole teleport state. Is so is there okay? I've been ignoring the chat for a while. I think I'm gonna head out soon, but is this a bot? What's going on here? There's like so much going on Twitch that... Is this cellular automata? But yeah, let's see. I mean, if you guys want to keep this conversation going somewhere else, maybe I will raid someone. Let's see, game dev, software and game development. What do you guys want to see? YouTube streamers won't be able to experience the raid, but yeah, everyone on Twitch will. There's Lucas Game Dev. Oh, this is pretty sick, actually.
It's a little bit too loud.
Does he speak English though?
So I can actually delete this and make this like 0.5 maybe.
Okay, he is speaking English. And this is a very loud noise though. Hello?
That's better. But it's still too loud.
Let's see if he reads chat. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Well, yeah, he did respond, so
How are you?
let's rate him.
Okay, now it's... Let's go with 0.35. It's supposed to be good now. Let's go with 0.35. It's supposed to be good now.
All right, I'll see you guys. Peace. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the follows, guys. I'll see you around. I'll still be on YouTube for a little while we watch this stream. But yeah, there we go. See ya, Missy. See ya, Juho. All right. I think we're ready.
Can player fit here? Okay, let's check. Okay, we can fit here. And in every single
All right.
one,
And for the YouTube peeps,
every single
I will also see you.
inside.
Goodbye.
I want to